Good morning, Violent Community. Anthony Gambler, 812. I want to hop on the thread for my buddy Craig over at the Spirit of Vinyl. He wants us to show 5 albums that from our formidable years that have, guided us into what we listen to today musically. And I'm just going to go, I'm going with my teenage years. I'm leaving these guys out because when I got into Kiss, I was extremely young. I was 6 years old. So I'm going high school years and onward from there, just because I really think that that's truly everyone's wheelhouse. So let's dive right in. 1988, I was 12 years old. All over Headbangers Ball, all over MTV. Metallica, the music video for one. That's the first time that I had listened to Metallica, and it was music that I had never heard before, and I was hooked. I bought the cassette tape, and I played the hell out of it, nonstop. And Metallica, this album here, it's been like the gateway for me to get into, heavier stuff and even more mellow stuff. But this album here has guided me throughout a lot of my childhood. Killer album from Metallica. I know it gets a lot of people, they don't really feel like it was the Metallica sound, but at 12 years old, for someone like me, I love this album. All right, number 2, I'm staying with Metallica. August 12th, 1991. August 12th is my birthday. Metallica Black Album. Sorry, I got some glare here. So this album here, I was still playing the hell out of Injustice. I really was. So when I found out that this was coming out on my birthday in 1991, I was extremely pumped. And I know this album is hit or miss for a lot of people. I know that they lost a lot of fans, but I also know that they, catapulted themselves into the band and masters that they are today. This album here, when I first bought the CD, and obviously, everyone's heard Enter Sandman, but when I first heard The Unforgiven, I knew that this album was going to be a masterpiece and change the metal landscape, basically, with a lot more mellow songs. Just amazing stuff from Metallica. I love this album. Like I said, man, I was a freshman in high school. Played the hell out of this and still do. Absolutely love it. 1990. My music, like I said, at that time, 1990, I'm 14 years old. And you hear Jeff Tate's voice. Amazing. I'm going Queensryche with the album Empire. This is an audiophile pressing on green wax. Sound quality is absolutely amazing. But I fell in love, obviously, with the song Silent Lucidity. It's actually a personal song for me. And but once I heard, Best I Can, Is There Anybody Listening, Jet City Woman. Wow, man, you got to check out this album. Check out Empire, the song Empire, the unbelievable song. And like I said, Jeff Tate's voice, it really is amazing. Okay, moving on. I got some notes here. I'm going 1991, and I'm going with No More Tears from Ozzy. Now, 1991, obviously, I knew who Ozzy Osbourne was by this time. I knew about his time in Sabbath and obviously his solo stuff. But when I first heard No More Tears, I bought this album for No More Tears. But when I heard Mr. Tinker Train, when I heard Zombie Stomp, Mama, I'm Coming Home, Time After the killer album here. And like I said, high school years, everyone was playing this stuff. So obviously I fell in love with No More Tears. Great stuff from Ozzy. And funny note, I love the song Hellraiser, and I'm being 100% honest and transparent here. I had no idea that it was even a remake. I was in high school. I had no clue. So when I fell in love with Hellraiser, everyone's like, oh, have you heard Motorhead's version? Have you heard? I had no idea. I had never heard it before. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Love this album. Okay, at number 5, I'm going with, I was a freshman in college, and I waited in line at a Strawberries Records. Oh man, I missed that store until midnight for this album to be released in 1994. And I'm going with Megadeth, Euthanasia. I do not have it on vinyl, and that's another thing. I always see the vinyl the unofficial pressing and all that. I'm just scared to pick it up. I don't know if the sound quality is any good. If anyone owns the unofficial and the sound quality is good, please leave me a comment below and let me know if it's worth it to pick it up, because this is one of my favorite albums and I don't have it on vinyl. So I will, it's readily available at record shows and all that. I will pick it up. But just getting back, euthanasia, like I said, freshman in college, just the whole aspect of waiting in line, people blaring Megadeth out of their car stereos, and when times were great, man, everyone was into music. And this album here for me, like I said, maybe it's a time frame, but I love Reckoning Day. Blood of Heroes is one of my favorite songs from Megadeth's entire catalog. Absolutely love it. Family Tree, I absolutely love this album. So I'm going with Megadeth, and I'm going with Euthanasia. Now, I do have a quick question for the vinyl community. So people that are in the VC that are in my age group, I'm 48 years old. I have a question for you all. In 1990, those early 90s, late 80s, I was into CDs and tapes. I was walking right past the vinyl. Were you animals still picking up vinyl back in the day for people that are in my age group? Because I know, like I said, for myself, I had already moved on to CDs, the long boxes and tapes. I was running to that section and running right past the vinyl area. Obviously now, looking back, I'm like, Jesus, Anthony, you should have picked it up. But of course I didn't. But Craig, that's all I got for you, my man. I hope everyone else hops on this thread for you, because I really do think it's kind of cool to see what other people were doing for their formidable years. I will leave a link to Craig's channel below. Take care, vinyl community. Have a great day.